Just a while ago we took Daisy to the vet to get her nails clipped, and when the lady was going to take her to the back room, she took the leash and headed past the scale there, and Daisy jumped up on the scale. But she knew what she was supposed to do when she goes in the vet's office, and the lady kind of pulls her on with her. Daisy went with her a little bit and then turned around and got back on the scale, you know, like, hey, you know, we're supposed to get on this stupid scale. That bone there probably isn't the best doggy treat, because this is the hungriest dog in the world and she hadn't touched it. Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold, and today's project is making a spinning screaming top. Now I'm going to try to do it the slow but easy way by printing one from files that I paid $5 for, and see if that works out. And if that doesn't work out, well, then I know what the basic design is. I'll machine one out of aluminum, and we'll see if that'll work if the plastic one doesn't. I watched the guy, you know, on YouTube, and his works. So that was Makers Muse. Excuse me. Makers Muse was the channel where I found this. And I didn't know his channel existed really until Bruno from 3D Engineered, you know, channel told me about it. Anyway, this weekend, which is you know, just a couple of days ago, I went for the steel challenge, and I got a better score than I ever did altogether. I got like 70.4 something seconds, and that's probably at least 5 seconds better than I've ever done, if not more. Now I looked back to last July to see how I did, and last July I did it in 89 seconds. So practice does help. I'm improving. While I was there, I was talking to a young lady that does range officer duties, and she keeps the score and does enforcer, you know, make people go paint targets, and you know, the stuff that makes things work. And she's got a channel called Tactical Poppins, and she needs 100 subscribers so she can get her own URL. And I told her, I said, well, I've got more than 100 really nice guys on my channel, and I'm sure they'd like to help a young lady. And so I'm going to put a link down in the doobly-doo. There's not going to be a link to t-shirts or nothing down there. There's just going to be a link to her channel. And hopefully maybe at least 100 or 200 of you guys will go over there and subscribe. Now her videos are about shooting IDPA and IPSAC and a little bit of steel challenge, but most of her you know, her videos are IDPA, and you might even want to watch one or two of them just for the heck of it. She's a good shot, but mainly let's help her get a URL. I already opened my big mouth and told her, well, I'll get you 100 subscribers. Don't make me a liar, guys. Alright, so now that we've been through all that, this is the young lady I refer to as Mary Poppins, because we were shooting the outer limits one day and it started to rain a little bit, and so she's standing there with an umbrella in one hand and her pistol in the other, carrying on through the thing, and it kind of tickled the whole bunch of us watching that. And there you go. Her channel's Tactical Poppins, and Mary Poppins with the umbrellas. We tagged her right there on the spot. Anyway, let's get on with the spinning top. Who knows, it might actually work, and if it doesn't work in the plastic, we'll make one in the metal. We're going to get something to work. Well, that's the main body part of the whistle, and that'll take over 4 hours to print right there. I figure I've got right around 24 hours worth of printing to do, and we'll see. Alright, this is the little items that's caught my interest this week, and I'm doing this for a change to, you know, give me a break from stuff that's routine and over again. I've got this supposed to be a screaming top, and I've 3D printed the thing. This is the stem that goes into here. It's a little tight, so I'm going to kind of narrow down the shaft of it there a little bit on the lathe so I can slide it in there. This is the launcher. This little guy goes up in here, you put a piece of string through the hole and pull it like that, and it launches your top. I don't have any string either right now. Now these holes in the side, I'm almost certain that I'm going to have to knock out that stuff that's right here in each one of these holes, because I looked at the guy's video that made this thing, you know, and his had nice rectangular holes there that were, you know, as wide as that. And I suppose that's probably my support that I printed for the thing. After all, if you're going to print something hollow with a top on it, you've got to have support in there. And from what I can tell, looking at all the stuff, these guys really need to be hollow. So if this doesn't work, I'll get a piece of aluminum, I'll machine out the inside, I'll make a cap for it, I'll make a point for the bottom, and all that sort of thing. And I'll make one out of aluminum. But first we're going to try to make this work. Who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, so I've pried the plastic out of these holes, and we're going to try it again. It should work. Once again I got it tangled up. So I have to improve on that, won't I? Probably I'm using too much string. I don't know. Here we go again. It's spinning around there, but it's not making any noise other than rattling around on the floor. Right again. Alright, I turned the launcher around the other way this time. Who knows? I'm a redneck. I could have had it upside down, or I could have done practically anything wrong. If it's making any noise, I'm too deaf to hear it. So, I guess we're going to make one out of aluminum. Well, I would bet that between the two of us, we can hollow this thing out just right to make a whistle. I got to get the edge of it here kind of straight first, but that shouldn't be too hard to do. Got a nice boring bar there that I believe that one's made with Solid Rock Machine Shop, so it ought to be a really good one. So let's see if we can't just kind of even this thing out a little bit here. So now you can take a little nap, and I'll do all the drudgery of cutting out the hollow as big as the inside. This little boring bar is really hogging the metal out of there. If aluminum came off in blue chips, they'd be coming off blue, I bet you. So I'll measure the depth, and I may want to cut it just a little bit thinner on the edge, but not a lot, because I'm going to drill a hole on each side and put a screw in it to hold the top on. So I'm just really close to finishing up hollowing it out though. So I'm going to put a number 1024 screw in here for the point for the thing to spin on. So while I get it, I didn't have that in there straight, and I just broke my drill bit. What an idiot. Ah! Well, I took what was left of the drill bit and finished the hole anyway. I have to order me another one. Ah, well. That's what happens when you let rednecks play with your toys. They'll do all kind of bad things. You know, by golly, I didn't break it off either. I don't, you can't see it from there. Too fuzzy. But I didn't break it off. I just thought I did. Talk about luck. I pretty much forgot about you guys for a second there. I'm trying to just level off this bottom, and that should get us all fixed up. We'll take off about 6 or 8 thousandths here. Feels just fine. Alright, so now all I gotta do is thread a hole there for the tip to come through. And then I gotta make the top for the thing and the little spindle to spin it with. And we'll be through. Won't take very much longer. I'm gonna just run a tap in there, and you've seen me do that a lot of times. Alright, I put a number 10 screw in there with a point on it. Tightened it down. There's the tip. I gotta make the top and the little shaft, and then I'm gonna start with putting 1/4 inch hole in it. And we'll see if that makes any noise, and if it does, maybe we'll go to 2. All the ones I've seen, I think, had 2 holes. So anyway, I'm gonna start with 1 and see. Alright, so I'm gonna mark this thing so I know where the center is at. And I figure this is just as good a way as any. You know, that looks like dead center to me. So I'll put a little hole there, put a bolt through it to hang onto it in the chuck, and clean it up so it can be a lid for this guy right here. Okay? It'll take a few minutes, but then it'll all be over. I've put a thread in it, and now I need to thread a little rod that's going to screw onto there to be the little spinning rod. But I want to use a collet for some of the remaining jobs, and I haven't done that before, and it's getting late tonight, so I'm going to knock off and come back tomorrow and do that part. So I got plenty of time to do it easy. So it's just kind of hot in here. Well, that's all, folks. Y'all try to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Leave a comment if you got something to say. And above all, remember, keep on keeping on. Bye now.